All right. Hey everybody, this is my friend Mario and I'm going to show you his workout today. He's doing a compound workout. We did not train for 2 weeks and now he's back to action. And what we're trying to do is hit every muscle group in a HIIT workout. This kid has already done 1 set and he already began his workout with a mile run. So he ran a mile, we did a thorough stretch, and then we did 1 set of this. So the very first exercise is this sit up to a shoulder press, right? So he's got his abs working, he's got his lateral deltoids working in the press. So that's the compound lift. Triceps are secondary. And we're doing 50 seconds on, maximum quality reps, and he's got 5 seconds left. And he's allowed to take breaks. He's allowed to stop if he feels he needs to. Time, he's allowed to drop weight. Okay, exercise number 2 is a Renegade Row, which is a plank variation. He's gonna use 1 dumbbell, and anytime you do a plank, you're working your abs. But the Renegade Row is also gonna help him hit his obliques a little bit more than just your standard plank, although a standard plank will hit the entire abdominal slate and the obliques. And when he pulls the dumbbell, he works a little more unbalancing for core work, and it's a single arm row, so he gets some back work in there too. Good, Mario. And again, we're doing maximum reps with breaks allowed. A great way to adjust this one is to go to your knees. Good. When you do the side to me, Mario, try to shift less if you can. The more you shift, the less core recruitment is needed. So if you can stay a little bit more towards the ground, it would be harder or a little more beneficial. Good job pulling to the hip. 5 seconds, kiddo. And for moral support time, we have DOG here. Looking out for Mario. If people are okay with the dogs, I always have the dogs. Boy, I don't know what you just did to them.
I don't know.
I always have the dogs out because I think it helps lift people's spirits when they're working out. But if they're not okay with the dogs, then we put them away. Okay, so now we're going to the skier and he's going to do some triceps extensions. So this one here has a static lunge, a little bit of ab work to keep his body in posture, but a heck of a lot of triceps, and it's all fast twitch now, right? So he's doing some a high volume of reps rather than like slow for 8 to 10. He's going to go maximum out. I think we did 30 last time. Good extension. Again, static lunge. He's allowed to switch his feet if he needs a rest. Trying to maintain good posture as he hammers out. Looking real good, kiddo. But he hasn't flipped the switch yet. Okay, y'all gotta watch for that. Did you ever see the old Stallone movie called Over the Top, man? It's an arm wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them on the video. Did you actually see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you told me about it.
You freaking liar. You just said yeah. Don't lie because the camera's on. Yeah, I told him about it. And Stallone turns his hat and he says, it's like flipping a switch. I flipped that switch and now I'm going to arm wrestle and I'm going to win. My hat's normal. I'm a nice truck driver. All right, kiddo, you're doing great. So now we have to add in a little more legs and reminding that he already ran a mile and already did 1 set. And I encourage lightweight on this one, and he's going to do a squat to a front raise. So the front raise will work the front of the deltoid, the anterior head. Gets a little bit of chest and a little bit of triceps, but his arms are cantilevering out from the body. Whenever your elbow is far from the body, you have, you're not as strong. Let's say you're weaker, but the more positive way to say it is you're not as strong. Notice how far out they are, so the tendency with a squat on this one is to have your knees break past the toes, your body falls forward. This giant hand in here. I crush you. I crush you. This is like the hand of God who's like, do it better. You, do it better. But notice that Mario has a good hip hinge. As I point at his butt now, look at that hip hinge. And his hand comes up to the front, trying to get his arms parallel to the ground. Weights in the heels, so he maintains the integrity of his squat. Hey, I'm gonna flick you. You better get going. And do what you can to make the workout fun, right? And, oh, 1 more if you can, my gosh. Time. That was a long run on that too. That's a tough exercise to do maximum reps on. Okay, so now we do reverse lunge into a, what I like to call a corkscrew curl, which has torque to it. and then a hammer curl. So we do 2 curls per lunge. The lunging will be alternating, and lunges work your quadriceps. When he's stepping back, the leg that's back gets a nice stretch, and the leg that's in front is doing the work. We're gonna let him put his knee on the ground. He goes back with a twist. He comes up and hammers. Other side, goes back with a twist, comes up with a hammer. So he's done 2 lunges and 4 curls, so it's special torture on this one. Good, but he's okay. He still hasn't flipped the switch. You have to tell me when you're gonna flip the switch, because I gotta get the right camera angle for it, okay?
Next one.
Okay. Hang in there, buddy. It's a really good lunge, though. You notice that his knee is behind his toe. Comes up from the lunge before coming forward. There. Hammer. Look great, kiddo. There. And hammer. Okay, this is the last one. There. And hammer. Okay, so what's next? Push-up knee drive. Okay, so he does 1 push-up and then he does 2 commando crunches. Okay, so come on down here, because we're gonna flip the switch, right? Okay, so it has to be an intense look, okay? Holy cow. Dude. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Holy cow, 1 take wonder? Okay, so we want 10 push-ups. And push-up, knee, knee. 2 push-ups, knee, knee. 3 push-ups, knee, knee. 4, knee, knee. Okay, if you need a rest after this one, it's totally cool. Great, kiddo, great. So the idea is that even though you may not be doing a high volume of push-ups, you're doing a lot of time under tension, because you have to stay there for those 2 knee drives. Those 2 knee drives change the dynamic of the push-ups. It really does go a long way to making your standard push-up harder. So you get a little fast twitch in the legs, and you get a little bit more abs. 2 more if you can, kiddo. 1 more and you can call this one. That's great. And again, it's very high intensity because we're doing 30-second interval and we're going with compound work. He's only been working for 7 minutes and 30 seconds in this set. Again, it's the second set after a mile. Can't not remind you all of that enough. Very proud of him for that. But it's tough. You get a lot done in a little bit of time. So if you know how to do the exercises and you got the will, it's a good way to work out. So now we're doing row to deadlift. So we want to keep the weight in the heels, horizontal position for the dumbbells. I'm gonna have him corkscrew the row. So he's set, pull, now deadlift comes up. Yep. Notice again, neutral spine means that you don't round your back, but you try to keep it like it would be if you were standing upright, which is a slight arch to the back. He's got his weight in his heels with the hinge hip, pull, and then drives through the heels to come up. So it's all back or posterior chain, but you get a little bit of biceps, a little bit of rear delt, and you're doing your legs differently than you were on the squats, right? So you got something front loaded and heavy that you're now picking up. Good, hang in. This is the absolute worst one as far as stamina. That's why we do it last. You just persevere through and then you get a nice rest. Pull. Good, Mario, good. Pull, and you're done. And it was about 8 minutes and 45 seconds for a set. You are the man.
Thank you.
All right, let's flip the switch. Okay, give me intense look. Hold on, intense with it on. Now we flip it. You go back to nice guy. Mario, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Good job.